I am going to die. That's the realization that I came to one night as I was walking alone through a graveyard. And for the first time, I actually understood all that meant. I was unhappy with my life at that point. No money, no future. I had failed to start several businesses. And I hated working my whole life away simply just to survive. I was having a hard time finding a reason to keep pushing on. But for reasons I can't explain, I finally realized something else during that walk through the graveyard. That it was entirely up to me as to whether or not I would actually live in the time between now and my dying breath. Every excuse that I could make, be it a lack of money or otherwise, as to why I shouldn't just recklessly gun it towards my heart's desires, was nothing more than my own deep-rooted fears taking control of my life. So then and there, I decided to set aside all of my fears and to take action on the next crazy, passionate idea that popped into my head. I got the urge to go for a little road trip, and so I did. I didn't have money to stay in hotels, so I took apart my Toyota RAV4 and transformed it into a stealth camper. I designed and installed a small folding shower unit, a battery bank, a few lights, and a sleeping platform. And after saving up around $800 for food and gas, I embarked, with no destination and no deadline in mind. I ended up driving 8,500 miles around the US, camping out in my car for the next 2.5 months. I went completely broke twice, thus overcoming my fear of poverty and my fear of asking strangers for help. I spent nights with the homeless, with travelers, with Buddhist monks, and with kind-hearted strangers who randomly offered me food and work, thus overcoming my fear of other people, as well as my fear of the unknown. And along the way, after countless other experiences involving bears, dangerous mountain cliffs, families of moose, and nights spent all alone out in the vast wilderness, I found myself slowly letting go of the most controlling fear of all, my fear of death. In those 72 days out in the world, I learned what it truly means to feel alive. I escaped the confined box that we are all trained by society to spend our lives in. I learned how much more extraordinary life can be. And now, I want to give others the opportunity to do the same with the Escape Box Traveler Company. I want to create a company that is deeply rooted in love and hope for humanity, and while I may not know exactly how this will all come together, I do know the first step, and that is to ask you for help. My vision is simple. Build up a fleet of comfortable, affordable stealth travel vehicles, much like my converted Toyota RAV4, which others can either rent or purchase to take on their own great escapes. And eventually, should this idea truly take off, I'd like to create a network of roadside travel facilities across North America to act as hubs for travelers where they can rent our vehicles, fuel up, camp out, and embark from. Also, I'd like to create opportunities for the homeless and for fellow travelers to earn some income by transporting and cleaning our vehicles once our renters have completed their journeys of self-discovery. With your support, I will take the plunge by designing and fabricating the first line of prototype stealth campers with several different models to accommodate a range of uses and functionalities. Then I'll register the Escape Box Traveler Company as either a business or a non-profit, deal with the appropriate legal measures, find an affordable first location, and begin to rent out vehicles to those who are in need of a chance to get away from it all and to learn a little bit more about what this world has to offer. So I'll leave it to you. If you share this dream with me, then let's make this happen. And if not, then so be it. I'll find another way to give others the experience that I had out there in the wild. Either way, I'm going to keep on living with my newfound passion for this life, and that leads me to the only desire that I have for you all. Always remember that life is finite. One day this will all end, and so will every worry, fear, and concern that we've allowed to consume our lives. So instead of worrying, aim recklessly towards your wildest dreams. Dare the impossible. Experience every inch of this vast, beautiful world that you possibly can. Give strangers the chance to prove to you that there is hope for humanity. I urge you sincerely, live while you are alive.